What the?
Oh.
Holy shit, we didn't forget about him.
It's here. Oh my God.
It's back at long last, ladies and gentlemen.
I found it under the futon collecting dust.
Right? Actually, it's in your hard drive collecting dust.
Last time we recorded this, we were still in my old house.
Oh, fuck, that's depressing.
I know. March is when we last recorded Persona 2, and now it's back.
And that's when my PSP decided to die. Then I found out it was the battery. Then I found out it was the charger. And then it took fucking forever to actually record anything.
And then it took me a bit to actually edit the parts up.
That's because you got hit with con fever.
No, it was not con fever. I didn't feel like fucking doing it.
So I was right. We had nothing done.
Yeah, we had nothing done for like 6 months because after a while, I was like, I gotta record Crystal. And if you're wondering why Crystal's been on hiatus for a bit, it's because of this playthrough, actually. We really, really wanted to get Persona Innocence in.
Let me put it to you like this. I turbo through this near the end of it.
Yeah.
Except that we forgot to get it to Johnny. So after this, I'm going to show you guys the next LP I'm doing for the channel for my weekend pick will be Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. And unlike this fuck up, we've already gotten I've already recorded the whole game.
Yeah, so it's just a matter of whenever we get to it, we'll just have the raws edited up and just spruce it up. Like we have no excuse not to like have a delay. That's a delay will happen anyway, given the history of this channel.
Anyway, back to the game in question. We're gonna watch Maya try to pilot a Nazi boat.
All right, buddy, everyone, hop aboard the Nazi boat.
Toot toot. Or ak ak.
Yeah.
And Maya proves once again she can't drive for shit.
Yeah, no, we don't trust her with a car. Why do we trust her with a boat?
Can any of us fucking drive
God,
it?
if this was Corona Mountain, we already died like 6 times just on that one spin alone.
But look at it this way, you'll drain the water.
The water's already here. And if there's no water, then we can't drive the boat.
Right.
Unless we Flintstone it.
Yabba dabba doomed.
Now everybody pushes their feet through the bottom of the boat. All right, everybody,
hello?
at 3. All right, everybody, starting with your left foot.
Hello, you guys are Persona users. Make them do it.
That's true. Now, is that a thing that happens in this series? You get your Persona to do something other than battle?
It's more of a supplementary offhand material, but if you remember Ellen from Persona 1, or Eriko, her proper name now, she actually summons Michael, her ultimate persona, just so she can vent and bitch to him.
Well,
which is kind of funny to imagine Michael just sitting there with his face on his fist like, meh, meh, meh.
Well, at that point, you might as well just yell at a mirror.
Well, you're yelling at your inner self, so you kind of are.
Yeah.
Anyway, this dungeon sucks. There's nothing really to it whatsoever. Just go through it, enjoy a few random encounters here and there.
Now, are you automatically pushed forward?
You're on autopilot.
Okay, so you just got to veer left and right.
Yeah.
It's like a
these are enemies you're going to want to get contracts from, particularly the birds and the Hunapku. By the way, we're now getting into the Incan and Aztec mythologies here in terms of the demons. One is god of death. The bird is a fucking predator of some sorts. Play Shadow of the Tomb Raider to find out who he is. But these guys here will give you tier 3 cards for just making them happy on contract, which is what I go for because holy shit, am I really hurting for tier 3 magic.
This late into the game, especially.
Tell me about it. Like that's why I love another thing about Eternal Punishment I love that it gives you more chances and more options to get cards. Not to mention you can register cards at the time castle in that game to get more to have the ability to buy them back. Of course, they cost a fucking premium. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Anyway, the birds will drop wind magic, and they're weak to gun. The Hunapku will drop earth magic. And as you can tell here, I start trying to go for more and more of it.
Yeah, because you figure the more the better.
Oh, absolutely. Since cards are one and done when you're finished using them. There are of course points that sometimes where I'm like stuttering at the menu screen where it's like, what do I do to get these cards happy again? Because negotiation on the hard mode of the game is more of a crapshoot than it is on normal difficulty. Like you can say the right things to them and they'll still get randomly pissed off.
How do you feel about that? Like, in terms of, is that really difficult if it's RNG?
It's not totally RNG.
Yeah.
I think it's just innocent in being a dick.
Yeah.
Considering that there's actually it goes far deeper than what one would give it credit for. Like, for example, if you try to use a answer as a boy guy, as a male character, the demon would either get frustrated or angry at you because you're a dude. But if you speak to it as a woman, it may actually have a different reaction to it.
I'm quoting the term "boy guy" now, for the record.
Boy, girl, guy.
No, you said boy guy. It's one of those boy guys. Yeah.
Yeah, one of them boy guy things.
Yeah.
That's a little doodle.
Little doodle. I like that. It's like a mini dude.
All right.
It's a doodle.
Wild variety of monsters now we got here. These are lucifuges. They are weak to physical, immune to magic. Pucells are just dark angels. They have pretty much I remember them for having a standard ice magic attack, an all hitting dark spell that can instantly kill, and arrow attack and a shot attack, which does pretty decent damage. And the monster in the back is this version's interpretation of Ares. Strong against fire, weak against water. That's it. Can't do shit otherwise.
Between the last part and this part, which I know is a 6-month gap, I know there's a lot to catch up on. I remember the last thing we did was we fought Shadow Michelle,
right,
inside the Scorpio Temple. Yeah.
And with all of them done, we managed to find a way to get ourselves into the underground of Xibalba, which is also rooted in Mayan. I think it's an Incan word for underworld.
Yeah. And for the record, we are at endgame. Like,
yes,
technically we are at endgame. There are still a few side things that Matt needs to do. But we are near the end of the game. In fact, we only have 8 parts left to go, starting from this part today. So
now, if you want to play the rest of the game through with just the ultimate persona each character gets, that's fine. Just stock up on SP healing items, because they all have a lot of great defenses you're gonna want for this, and their movesets are good. But again, they cost a lot of fucking SP to use, and for me personally, it can get a little dull to use the same thing. So I like to break it up every now and again. Maya, for example, there is rocking Isis, the level 54 magician persona. Fantastic. It's weak against physical attacks, but its magical spells are really good. I think I either gave it the Frey card or I gave it either water. I gave it a water spell card, I'm sorry. I gave it a water spell card to help improve its usage in fusion. Tatsuya is still good with Apollo for a long time here, so let's words about that. By the way, Kronos, I think we talked about it last in Scorpio Temple, but Kronos is amazing. Kronos really put in his work at the dungeon he was in, considering that he went from rank 1 to rank 8 in like 3 battles.
Power leveling.
Also, try to make sure you have some lightning magic for the final dungeon too. Not necessarily for the final boss, just for the final dungeon.
Yeah, given the encounters I've seen, it does make sense. Yeah.
Also, I think I already did it off screen, but I ranked up and returned the Arthur persona for Tatsuya's Excalibur. It's not his most powerful weapon, but it'll do in a pinch. And the Hiranya is, again, a beautiful item. I think I grinded that off screen, too, when I made sure I got 2 of them from returning 2 Gembu. It restores 25% of your HP and SP, and it's reusable. The Pucells are also weak to light, and the Foamy Lover is a 2-stage attack, which does earth damage and light. So does Mikichi's Bloody Honeymoon, which is water and light.
Okay, so the angels you were fighting there are weak to light, then.
Well, they are dark angels.
Okay. Looks like you're driving in reverse.
Don't it? Probably. Oh, yeah, that is Maya driving, after all. I made Il Danak for the purpose of... but I was also thinking out my ass, because that's more of an Eternal Punishment thing. In Eternal Punishment with Il Danak, it's a solid persona, but you get a rumor from the demon Mananan about his true form, which is the level 72 Emperor persona Lug, which is a great persona, but it's also not in this game. Oops.
How many times have you found yourself crossing wires with Eternal Punishment?
Too many fucking times.
I figured as much.
In particular, one of the biggest hurdles I had with this game was fusion spells, because I'm so used to Eternal Punishment's fusion spells and how much sense they made. You know, don't use fire magic in the water fusion spell. That Innocent Sin just plain fucked with me. That and the damage output for them all was overall low because of they're not the huge damage fusion spells anymore, which hurt me in a way because I like seeing big numbers. And they're reliable from beginning to end.
That big dick energy.
That big dick energy. These are succubuses. I like these sprite. One thing about Innocent Sin I do love though over Eternal Punishment is the sprite quality. These are much better sprites in my opinion compared to Eternal Punishments on average.
What does Eternal Punishment do with the succubus?
They just look like red flying demons.
Red flying demons, okay.
You'll see them when we get to Eternal Punishment proper, unless you choose to spoil yourself on it a bit earlier, but I honestly think these are much better because they actually look like alluring women. You know, before you get fucking ripped apart.
Your dick falls off.
Or the dick falls off.
Yeah, one or the other. I'm hoping it's the dick.
I hope it's not the dick. I don't have that big dick energy for that.
I still live, though. I can live without a dick.
I can, but why would I want to?
Why would I want to?
There's also a lot more fusion spells I can do now, for example, which I don't on average show off on the thing. One of the big fusions... Oh, there it goes, slow down. That's not my recording capture doing that, by the way. Sufficient information on the screen here makes my PSP frame rate shit the bed, even with data install.
Yeah, we'll see that by the end game dungeon. Xibalba, yeah. The frame rate chugs for whatever reason. I have no idea why.
Interesting note, aside from Isis. The next moon, one of the other moon persona I got, which I unfortunately couldn't really show off for the sake of this playthrough, is Tsukiyomi. it's good for support purposes, but if you rank it up to 8 and return it, you get something called the Moon of which is Ultimate, or Nanar's Moon. At least, I've called it the Moon of because that's what it was in Eternal Punishment. But, the Nanar Moon item gets you the level 71 persona Moon, the level 71 Moon persona Nanar, and its big shtick is that it comes with Maragidyne, Magaridine, Magaridine, Maragidyne, Magnadyne, and Aquadyne. So she's really amazing for fusions if she just doesn't want to blow the shit out of anything with water.
Doesn't have Bufudyne though?
No, it does not.
Oh, so
It has the main 4 tiers of magic, and that's all you can really ask for from it, really.
I just find it weird that it kind of just jumps over ice.
No, it also jumps over lightning and electricity too.
Okay.
I could have added a card, I didn't want to though.
What the hell's the difference between electricity and lightning?
I mean, I said electricity and ice, didn't I?
Yeah. No, you said electricity and lightning.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I meant to say lightning and ice.
Okay. My knees.
Pretty much. Most physical damage Maya's ever done this far. Kerberos here is also another great persona to use. Basically, it's good for fire fusions, tackle, and also high pressure in particular, which is basically almighty damage. But if you use that combined with... what's the other move? It's God Hand, and I think another almighty attack you got to use in conjunction, and you get the spell God's Hand, which hurts like hell. And it's funny shit to look at, too, because this looks like a giant fist from the heavens. Also made Throne in Despair, too, so that I can... whenever I level up with Throne equipped, Lisa will get a point to her dexterity, which she can use to help up her magic power.
And again, I may have mentioned this 3 years ago, but the faces on the Arcana is what they prefer.
Yeah.
So if it's really happy,
that's the best one.
This is the best Arcana you can use for this character.
Right. And if it's outright blue, it means no, don't use it.
No, don't use it. I mean, you can
or
still
you can,
use it,
but it's dumb.
Don't do it. Yeah.
Right. Again, that's a loaded choice. One thing, the interface in this game, however, again, because it's PSP more so than just being Innocent Sin in general, the PSP interfaces are much better in telling the player that. Because in Eternal Punishment, the only clue you have is, why does this persona cost me more SP to use here than it does with my other characters?
Ah, okay. So, and that's kind of like
that's
justifying how the character is better at using this.
Yeah, that's your clue.
Than the other character, yeah. Well, why don't the other character just say, look, you're doing it all wrong. Use it this way. You're holding the card upside down, idiot.
None of them really know how Persona works. All they know is that they got another boogeyman to help them use special powers.
Boogeyman.
It may as well be when you think about it.
Yeah.
Johnny skipping through all the encounters because that's all this is. You're just going down white.
Yeah,
you're just whitewater rafting.
We've seen every encounter at this point, so we're just cutting by.
Good music though. I'm bored. That's Lisa for you.
Why would you say that out loud?
Why would you?
Rumor has it as the shh, fuck up. Oh.
Oh, fuck. Guys, now's not the time for the wave.
Yeah, no, it's like, look, the camera's right there.
And then we died. Except not really, because it's a waterfall, and therefore that's not how any of that works.
No. Or we could do like Indiana Jones. It's like flip the raft upside down and use it as a parachute.
That worked in Indiana Jones?
Yeah, that worked in Indiana Jones. Because fuck movies.
Yeah, right? It does. No, the all-time cheesiest shit I've ever seen was, like, you know Kavanaugh, right?
Kavanaugh?
I'm trying to remember his name. I got the name wrong, too. It's not Kavanaugh. It's,
I think that's the judge you're talking about.
That's the judge, yeah, but wrong guy. No, it was the guy who made, like, modern adaptations of Shakespeare movies. But he was overly hammy about everything.
Did he make Romeo and Juliet?
Yes. The name eludes me, but it's right on the tip of my tongue.
Fuck, well, I'm not letting this elude me on the tip of my tongue. Oh, that's Endgame, by the way.
Yep, Xibalba, the Mayan underworld.
Xibalba.
But, my first one favorite now was the fucking Stinger Rapier in Romeo and Juliet.
It's the gay Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet.
Actually, it's Romeo and Juliet in the Hood.
Yeah. My favorite Leprechaun movie, which I actually hear is actually considered the best one.
It is for all the wrong reasons.
Romeo and Juliet. Anyway.
I got my words crossed again. I meant to say Hamlet. But
okay. Well, I mean, if Hamlet and Romeo were ever to do a fusion, it's Romeo.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, Romeo. I'm sorry, it wasn't Romeo and Juliet. It was just Romeo plus Juliet, plus Alpha. Baz Luhrmann?
No.
Luhrmann. Gabriel Martinelli,
No.
producers. Craig Pierce wrote the screenplay.
Oh shit, we're in a trap.
Oh my.
Turns out, apparently, we have no idea what the fuck we're getting into, and we're gonna melt to death.
Not what having the sweetest rave party we ever had in our lives. Everybody jump up.
If you're gonna melt to death, you may as well melt in style.
Yeah, jump around.
A cool head will stave off the heat. Maya, no, we're in an oven.
Yeah. Just imagine ice cubes. I didn't bring my Joy-Cons.
Right? That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, be especially hot under the collar. Yeah, because you might be the metal bracelets you're wearing around your neck, dude.
Could be. I'm surprised they haven't really caused some long-term damage to him.
Seriously.
Welcome to Inside Jabalba.
And Zababa is the final dungeon of the game.
And it's a long one. 9 whole basements.
Yeah, it is.
And Johnny had a lot of fun editing out the random battles.
This place is boring. Like
Visually, yes.
visually, it is a eyesore.
Absolutely, and I hate this. That's why I hate this dungeon.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even, like, there's enough, just barely enough in it for me to keep going. But at the same time, the lack of music, because it's more ambience than anything else.
Yeah.
But ambience was not a good choice for this dungeon here. Because, holy shit, without any music to really persevere through or anything like that, this dungeon is dull.
This place does have its share of story elements. There are plenty of those here, but it's like in between that, besides the obnoxious amount of random encounters, is just the same hallways, the monotonous color scheme.
Yeah.
And
it's golden barf.
Yeah, golden barf. This dungeon is piss.
Exactly.
Like, it is piss.
These are Yaxas. Strong against physical, weak against magic. Surprisingly good in conversation, too. No, seriously.
Is that
Like,
their Tinder profile?
no, like, seriously. Like, they are really good. They are surprisingly decent in having conversations. Oh, yes. I also gained a whole bunch of new fusion spells, as I said earlier. One of them being the end game. Most of them being the end game stuff. The high tier earth, fire, water, wind killing spells, as well as some instant kill spells. So ultimately, my style here now at this point is I'm gonna try to vary it out, but I'm gonna end the battles with the high tier kill spells. Hopefully, I'll get some mutations out of it. And that's Mishalinda. I fused her up because she's good against, even though she's bad against physical attacks, she's still great against magic. Her return item at rank 8 is a bracelet that gives you a plus, I want to say plus 8 to your defensive stats, or plus 80 points in general to the, not so much to the innate stats, but like a plus 80 to your original current defense. So if it's like 522 before, it's like 602 now. I do get at least one of them by the end of it.
I know they're demons, but I guess you get used to it.
Killing gets easier the more you do it, Maya. Take quote from Lara Croft. She never said that, but you know, you can attribute it to her. What's up?
In the heat of it, killing is as easy as breathing.
Who said that?
Rambo.
That was Rambo?
Yeah. You ever seen Rambo 4?
No, I haven't seen Rambo 4.
Yeah. Well, it's just called Rambo.
Ramboni.
Rambo, the Ramboni. This Friday.
And now we're going to get treated to some more traumatizing flashbacks because June just has not had enough feet in the balls.
This game's Otacon.
Flea's Otacon has it better than this kid. And here we get to see them stargaze.
In broad daylight.
I'll show you some stars too. Ow!
He gets a telescope.
Hey June, what's your daddy like?
What? I can't hear you with that fucking mask over your head.
Actually, you can hear him just fine. Your ears are going right through it.
No, but your mouth is still covered.
Interestingly enough, though, the kids' masks they wear become a Persona icon. 3 through 5 all introduce the Feathermen.
Yeah.
And their masks are based off of that. Ooh. And we find out that June's dad is a deadbeat. And June and the real June goes into a fucking cardiac arrest.
Hello, McFly.
I love that shit.
Thank McFly.
Fuck that. Give them a fuck. I love the. I admit it's because of limited animation effects due to technology at the time, but holy shit, it's funny as shit to look at them with a modern eye. Can I have his telescope? Ow!
It's like one step beyond when Saban and Six learned bum rush from his master Duncan, just doing the cha-cha-cha on top of the roof. Also while inducing seizures.
Why are we saying this? That is a really interesting question. What prompted the flashbacks?
Hey, do you guys think those Power Ranger masks are worth a lot now?
We already used them in our Ultimate Fusions.
Oh, damn it.
Sounds like somebody was following him with the fat tube and just tripped.
Fuck you, Akichi. Those days are over.
No, that'd be Akichi saying
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Drew was so proud of... Somebody's trolling Akichi with this, I know it.
It kind of reminds me of like the temple music in Crash Bandicoot in a way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just faintly, not much.
By the by, the one thing this dungeon likes to do that fucks with me is it brings me inside through one way, and then doesn't fucking tell me that, you know, I got my directions reversed until I'm outside looking at it like, fuck!
Yeah, because you don't.
Innocent does that
you
a
don't
lot.
you don't get cardinal directions when you're inside a room.
Right. Innocent fucks with me a lot on that. Plus one more thing for Eternal Punishment.
Wait, look at the Pac-Man like maze neon lights.
Right? Don't go over here, stupid. It's out of bounds.
No, by all means, go out of bounds. Go to the fastest way to the end game is a straight line.
If I wanted to do that, I'd use the fucking action replay.
Is there an action replay for PSP?
If there was, I don't fucking remember it.
I don't think I've ever seen an action replay for a PSP.
Hell Shelson. I believe these are the magicians of the Nazis. Yeah, it's good to hear you too. You're pretty much just going to hit them with You're just pretty much going to hit them with physical attacks. That's all about I can really think of them, really. They do hit you with some pretty funny-ass magic spells, but their magic stats aren't high enough to take advantage of it. Also, I think I made Kali off screen. If not, Kali's like going to be made soon enough.
That was Kali.
Level 61 Empress persona. You get her by, if you remember the Durga persona that Yukino had at the end of her story arc. At rank 8, that transforms into the necklace of skulls material card. You can use that to fuse up to Kali, which I like to use personally. It's like, it's weird. It's like you look at her skills, you don't think much of it, but then when you combine it with the other 4 people in your party, it just fits like a glove. Anyway, back to Nazi bashing.
The Nazi bash.
Who was that?
Nazi bash. The
Nazi smash. Oh god, a Nazi
It
smash.
was a Third Reich smash.
The World War II.
The World War II. You know, there's the movie World War II, and then years later it's remake The World War II.
Aim physical if you can, at least on those early on. Thrones again, good here to have here too for the double piercing effect, which is also a 2-handed sword attack.
Yeah. It looks like the spell attack just straight up missed the guy in the back, though.
No, it does look like it because it ain't aiming for him.
Yeah.
So now I wonder if the guy in the back's gonna just run away like a puss. Nope. Does some wacky ass spin style though.
It's gonna take off to the skies if it keeps spinning any faster.
I have to go. My planet needs me. How does propulsion work that way? Shut up.
Because Nazi alien tech.
Not.
Look where we are.
I mean, I imagine Lisa asking that, and then Ikichi going, Lisa, with half the shit you've fucking seen thus far, is this that shocking?
Rumor has it just fucking does.
Rumor has it, fuck you. Damn.
He just found $20 on the floor. Oh!
And he set me on fire for it, too. Now, the only part is, like I said, because I'm like a real stickler for my SP, I hate my shit when it's not full up. Water Talons, the high-tiered water spell, which looks like 3 water splashes ripping through it. It gets inverted in Eternal Punishment. That's the low-tier one, and the high-tier one is the first one we had.
That's weird.
It is, ain't it? Then again, I'm down with it.
You ever play a Final Fantasy game where Firaga was tier 1?
No. Why the fuck would I? Unless it's a game where the magic stats are absolutely useful, in which case I'd like to match with Final Fantasy 2. Unless you brutalize yourself enough for it.
Baby.
And then the demon's already pissed off, so negotiations right the fuck out the door. Thanks a lot, Ikichi. Now, for the high tier ones, you need an Earth spell, the 3rd tier Medine spell, and you need an Almighty spell, hence Zanma.
But it hurts.
Oh, they fucking hurt, and I love them for it.
Yeah, because we saw this earlier. Last Quake. Oh, well, these guys are weak to Earth, it seems.
They're weak to all magic.
All magic, okay.
Also, I got Sarasvati from a mutation. Sarasvati has a unique perk in that any magic healing spell she uses is doubled on the caster. So it's double the magic, plus she also comes with Samakaja. Ouch. Thunderous Fury. 1 part lightning, 1 part sword, all part hurt. Of course, if you...
Oh, yeah, you reflect that second hit.
Well, that's because Maya's persona reflects magic. And again, with a quick healing, it don't mean shit to me.
Oh, so it does physical and then has magic residue? Is that how it's
It's a 2-stage attack.
Okay.
The first hit is the sword, the second hit is the magic.
Okay.
They're all like that. All 4 variations of that are like that. I use that against the final boss, spoiler warning. Goodbye. It's amazing how much intact the battle arenas always are, despite of all the fucking spells I'm flinging.
How many portals to death have we opened in Final Fantasy?
Ooh, that's a very fascinating question. How do you get out of a portal if you could find yourself stuck in there?
You reset the game.
I mean, like within the world, within the universe of the world, because I gotta imagine like a demon wall. There's like a problem with the demon walls in 12. Like, shit, looks like they're back in any other dimension. Who's going in there? I mean, nobody. Fuck you guys.
Well, I mean, the idea of a demon wall always just sort of confused me because let's assume it is just a demonic wall. You kill it, it just becomes a wall. Well,
But-
it's still kind of in your way.
You chip it down.
You chip it down, you get some dynamite.
Exactly, that solves the problem. These are the monsters you're gonna want the lightning magic for, because they resist damn near anything else but it. So naturally, I gotta go through all sorts of hoops and hell through it right now because I sincerely realize I lack lightning magic at this stage in the game. And here's me going, shit!
So you're looking for something that has,
Yeah,
what,
well-
EL?
I gotta use something.
Yeah.
So one thing they aren't, however, immune to is exactly magic attacks, or to be more accurate. One thing I know they don't have immunity to is statuses, and that's what Terra Fortune does. Terra Fortune's that wind spell that does wind damage, light damage, and inflicts random statuses on all enemies if they're susceptible to it. That is.
So it's kind of like a bad breath for you.
Yeah, it works in my favor though too. Except there's only one status instead of all. God, this track is peak Meguro.
Peak Magor.
Yeah, this is his apps. This is him and his element having a good
Okay,
time with
that's
the
the name of the
soundtrack.
composer. Okay.
Right.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I thought you were using some sort of terminology that I never... It's peak Maguro. I give
It's
that a
okay.
1 out of Maguro.
Oh, exactly. A 5 out of 7.
5 out of 7. Wait, 5 out of 7 is peak?
No, I was trying to go for the reference to that joke. The good thing is, though, is that even though they're like only weak to lightning, the lightning hurts. So, plus they also like to use poisonous gas, which will attempt to poison your party and do damage, or my least favorite attack, Kamikaze Charge, which just straight up offs your fucking character and itself. Because fuck you.
Because every game has to have a self-destruct sort of attack.
Of course, because they're ice wipes. Now I'm trying to figure out which is the ideal way here so I can maybe try to go for a mutation. Doesn't work, of course, but, you know, points for trying.
Well, that robot's giving me the shifty eyes. Hurry
Right.
up.
One good thing about that move there, Heartfelt Prayer, is I'm also starting to load up on Kaja magics. Combine any Kaja with that skill, you'll gain the buff for all your party members instead of one at a time, which is such a not only a godsend, but it also jacks up damage tremendously if you're doing if you're trying to get the shit going. Saraswati gives us a quick top off, and I try for another earthquake.
Are you ready? Here goes!
Ouch! Not enough, but at least Michelinda reaches 3 and Ildanok reaches 2, and there's poison gas. Trying to make sure you stock up on antidotes and don't be like me.
Only a single target, though.
No, it hits all. It just missed the other 4 and it reflected them off Maya.
No, because I didn't even see a miss prompt. Yeah.
Here's also something interesting too. I also made a low-end breaker and high-end crush off screen. Those are instant kill spells to either enemy or friend, depending upon how close they are to the depending on what their level is, which is a godsend against other demons we'll come across later. Alice, motherfucking Alice.
That's a weird middle and last name.
Ain't it? And they can't resist it either, so fuck them.
Nice. Why don't we start with that next time?
You would think I get the idea to do it, but I'm hell bent on trying to get some more mutations. Of course, the only downside to the Haranya items is they can only be used in battle, so...
Yeah, because that is kind of a thought that goes through my head until I have to remind myself why exactly it is you like fight all these battles. Because sometimes I'll when I'm editing out battles you've already done, I see you in that battle for like 3 or 4 minutes. And I'm thinking, why does it just run away, or is it why is it taking so long? And it's not so much you're not doing the optimal strat; it's because you're hoping for a mutation. You're hoping
exactly.
for a rank.
Exactly, and that's what I'm going for because I want to try to rank these guys up and get more power to go
Now,
with them.
do you like this system of leveling up personas?
Yeah, I'm fine. Because at rank 8, there's always a return item, and it's always usually beneficial for you to get it unless the item in question truly sucks.
I'm talking more of the process.
Nah, yeah, don't bother me none. Especially in Eternal Punishment when you can use the Dia strategy. Basically, you get like the low-level healing spell Dia,
Yeah.
and then you run around the first dungeon of the game. All enemies, no matter what your defenses is, will always hit you for at least 1 damage, even if you're like level 99 with optimal defense.
Yeah.
You cast Dia on that character. That's still, as long as Dia restores 1 point of health, that increases that helps try to rank up your persona in question. So you keep going with that until you run out of SP. Oh shit! There's Prince Taurus. Remember him? Me neither. And he's seen better days. Oof.
Damn. Nothing but a skull?
He is totally carbonized by some high energy weapon. Yikes. So yeah, they just pretty much dropped the bridge on the pedophile. But
I was gonna say, wasn't he the
yeah, he was
pederast?
he was the pedophile.
Yeah. Okay.
Or the fevophile, technically, if you want to really split the hairs.
Damn.
Roasted.
Incinerated.
Toasted. He looks
He
nothing
looks
like you remember. No, do you even remember from long ago? Yeah, that's what I thought. He gets no sympathy for me. Yeah, fuck him.
Miss Adil's still alive though.
Yeah.
And she was the tabloid writer, wasn't she?
She was the teacher who fell in love with June's father, in a way, bonding over the in Lakish. What should we do? Ta-da!
It's a charred pedophile.
Ikichi, stop. I appreciate if you don't try your ventriloquist act over the goddamn corpse. See you guys next time on Innocent Sin, where we further go deeper into the Zabalba.